Gordon's got the ground game. I'm Jonathan Coachman. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll get a look at Melvin Gordon, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Miami Dolphins. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Godden, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They come in playing reasonably well. Losers the last time out, but winners are 4 of 5 before that. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they've been as hot as anyone. The win last week makes it 9 out of 10.
The results are hard to argue. If there's a team better suited for the postseason right now, I don't know who they are.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by their Pro Bowl quarterback in his 8th season now in the league, Russell Wilson.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. So he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The starters now on offense, and Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries, but boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On 3rd and 1, Wilson. Open man is Gordon, complete. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. They go play action now. Wilson. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. First down, a run with Hyde. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. We'll look now at our starting defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 42. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
False start, offense.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Wilson's pass intended for Jamison Crowder. Incomplete.
On now to kick it away is the punter, Matt Weil. The speedster, Dante Pettis, back deep to return. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. They'll be under the command of the former Florida State Seminole, the #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensive starters, here they are. David DeCastro, what do you think about him, Charles?
Brandon could not have been better trained at Stanford. So well schooled in the run game and the pass game, and especially in pro principles. David DeCastro could be an all-pro in the years to come.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
They start the drive with Hyde. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Right there, 56. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wilson completes it to the tight end, Kittle. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers. 4 catches, 67 yards.
And most teams mark down big plays as ones that gain 10 yards or more. He certainly has big playability, and we just saw it on display.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
56, Mike, 56.
It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. And on that one with 6 defensive backs, did he need to be more careful throwing the football? I mean, I guess obviously hindsight he did, but...
Yeah, hindsight, but even in foresight, when you got 6 defensive backs on the field, you just know you're going to get multiple coverages. You're never sure what you're going to see. But the biggest one is you don't have much reaction time for your receivers to go get the football because those guys, they're the best cover guys on the field. They go get it. And on that play, they took it the other way for 6 points.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it to the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They run with Morris.
Offside. Defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Here's Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They go play action with Wilson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 38. Here's Hyde on the draw. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Mike, 55. Right there, 55.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 20-yard line. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A 10th carry for Hyde. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Hyde. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 4 on 2nd down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. On 3rd down, Wilson. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the 2nd year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. He'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
53, Mike.
They'll run it. Here's Peterson. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
55, Mike, 55.
Throwing quickly, that's caught by Brown out wide. And they're going to get this all the way inside the Miami 15. A huge play there on the screen pass. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's the Florida Atlantic alum. This is Alfred Morris. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. Back to the ground. This time it's high. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. To throw is Wilson. On 3rd down. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? He said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. From the gun, Winston. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. First connection there of the afternoon for those 2, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
1st down, here's a run with Peterson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. On 2nd down, Peterson. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Winston. Jones has it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we come back. to Miami. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. They'll run on 1st down. It's Peterson. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Winston. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5. And just like that, it's 3rd down. This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. Winston, the offense, with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Now it's Hines. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now Winston. The quick slant caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And that'll set them back 5. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Following the penalty, it's Peterson. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and the lead is up to 8. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. This one taken just inside the 10, and he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
Right, so far, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Wilson into the hands of his tight end, Jeff Swain. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Wilson. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
Check 53's money.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And Graham's got it. Complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw is Winston. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. And the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. That's going to be caught by Josh Reynolds. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Miami. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Grant on the return. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw on 3rd down. Wilson out to the flat for Hyde. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In our game has been Jameis Winston, who's been on target in the first half. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Third and short yardage, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Intended for Josh Reynolds. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he spins through. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
Wilson now off the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. This will be caught by Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Dolphin football. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. Jalen Smith, who took a huge step forward last year, in on the tackle for Dallas.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brings up 3rd down.
Mike 54. Tackles.
3rd and long for Winston. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Terrell Suggs has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. Carlos Hyde was the target. And it's 3rd down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
Mike, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
First down, Winston. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
It's just me and you.
Winston now. The connection made. It's Graham. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Jameis now 13 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Here's Hines. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. On the stop was Aaron Donald. From the 36, Winston. That's into the hands of Reynolds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And that's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
You got 3 down. Check 3.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Peterson, the ball carrier. Sack McKinley on the stop. A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Winston now from the 50. It's caught by Crowell. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Now a run with Hyde. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. On third down, Wilson. They go screen pass to Hyde. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. A third quarter score now from MetLife Stadium. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Winston, and we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Ball on the 30 as they come up, second and 10. From the pistol, they run with Peterson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Get trapped.
On third down, Hines. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first.
You don't want no problems with me.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this third down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory.
Right there, 56. Let's go.
They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Another tote for the afternoon workhorse. It's Hyde. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
56. Hey, watch the slant.
Now Wilson on first down. And he fires one incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Wilson throwing again. Open is Swaim, the tight end. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop. They'll run it. Here's Hyde. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And an Eagle first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ndamukong Suh in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Wilson. And he rifles one incomplete. He was trying to get it to Seth Roberts, and that'll make it 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Got a man. It's Brown. And he stopped at the 44. It's also a gain of 4, and now it's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
And that pass is going to be intercepted by the All-Pro DB Desmond King. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. If they want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. They'll run, Hyde, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carlos Hyde, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet, or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They're going to try and run for it, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. And a failure to convert and tie the game. Now the pressure shifts back to the defense.
But I think it was the right play. I think it was the right call to try and tie the game there. Kick an extra point, you're still down 1. What's the sense? I like what they did.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
A Miami 1st down on a 14-yard pickup. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. All incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. On second down, Winston again. And he finds his tight end, Graham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets him 6. Now Winston. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing, Winston. And Graham's got it, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Three down.
On second down, it's Peterson. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, Winston. And able to find Graham, complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Winston of the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And Graham's got it over the middle. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. To throw is Winston. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
The kick by Maher is good. And it will push the lead up to 5. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. On first down, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory able to record his 5th sack of the season. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Right there in the middle, 55. I'm coming.
Now Wilson. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. 3rd and long. It's Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Randy Gregory in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Let's go, baby.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brooks Reed was able to find his way to the QB. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Third down, it's Adrian Peterson. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Miami. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So Russell Wilson in the offense, down by 5, 1:50 to play. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. And Diggs has it. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Wilson trying to urge his guys to go faster and get set at the line. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And they will take a knee here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Winston will kneel down, and that should be your ball game. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And then that's the thing, the crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So for the Dolphins, the win moves them a couple games over 500 now at 7-5. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll try again next week at home against Philadelphia. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.